Time for our first corporate interaction now. We have Finolex Industries on our radar. Reports suggest that there has been an increase, an upward revision in prices for PVC. Ajit Venkataraman, who's the MD of the company, joins us now to discuss more on this development and on the business itself. Thanks a lot, Mr. Venkataraman, for joining in. And that really is the first question. You know, there have been reports of a near 2 rupees price hike by Reliance in PVC. Has that happened? And what does that mean for a business like yours? Because earlier you had said that spreads were lower than the average.
Good morning. Yes, there has been last couple of days, we have seen a slight uptick in the price of PVC. But if you look at the past 2 years, this is in a very stable range between 72 and 80 rupees per kg. So if you see historic perspective prior to COVID, it was again in this range itself. So we expect the price to be more or less steady going forward as well.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Venkataraman. If you could tell us what is the average price change, for Q1, if we compare it with Q4, prices are going down and suddenly we have seen a bit of an uptake out here. So just wanted a rough sense on the average.
So since December of 2022, we have seen PVC trade between 85 and 75 rupees. So that's 80 rupees per kg is the average we have seen. And it has been in that range for the last 6 months. So that is a fairly stable price range for us right now.
Got that. Mr. Venkataraman, I want to just sort of, pull out and look at the big picture a little bit as well, because not just the fourth quarter, overall FY23 was a tough year for the company. Fourth quarter particularly, where I think on the resin side, your volumes were down quite a bit, 25%, and they were very sluggish even on the other segment. So far in the first quarter, what are the trends that you're picking up in terms of volumes? And can you give us some more color? Do you expect the business to pick up more meaningfully in FY24, both in terms of top-line growth and volumes, more importantly?
See, in FY23, Q3 was a historic quarter for us. That was the highest volume we ever did. Coming off the very high Q3, Q4 was fairly robust. And that also was helped by stable PVC prices. What we are seeing in Q1 is also fairly steady prices and the volumes being quite robust. Even in spite of having some unseasonal rainfall, we have seen that the volumes have been pretty steady. And in addition, we have also seen a fairly good growth in the non-agri segment as well. So given that, we are seeing a fairly robust volume in Q1 as well.
Venkataraman, could you describe, when you say robust, what does that mean in terms of a numerical range? Because I take your point, I mean, sequentially, yes, you compare Q3 with Q4, but the market overall will look at what you're going to do this year. FY24 over 23. And we'll still look at a year-on-year comparison even in the Q1 number. So when you say that volumes are robust, what does that mean? 10% growth over same time last year? Or, how would you describe it?
See, overall industry has been growing at between 10 and 15%. And for us, the agri segment has been growing approximately about 8 to 10%. And the non-agri segment has been growing upwards of 15%. So we can see an overall growth of approximately 10 to 15%, which is in line with the industry growth as well.
And what happens to your margins? 10 to 15% growth on the top line?
Margins have been fairly robust as well. If you actually see Q4 margins, we were at EBITDA margin of 19.06%, which was a significant increase of about 8.16% in Q3. Again, in Q3 or FY23 in general, we had carried inventory losses as a result of PVC prices dropping quite significantly. But since December, we have seen the price steady up, and therefore the margins have been also fairly steady.
You want to give us a margin range for this coming year, Mr. Venkataraman? And also, when we chatted the last time around, non-agri, which is, I think, 35% of your business, you said that it will grow by 15 to 20%. So you stick to that, right?
Yes, that's what the industry has been going. We probably will grow a little bit faster than the industry.
All right. So non-agri and agri, you said, will be more or less muted for the year in terms of volumes.
Correct. We have seen a very, very high volume in FY23.
And blended volume growth will be 10 to 15%.
Correct.
And the margin, we're trying to get out a number. As you said, Q4 was good. But for 2024, that's FY24, 25, what kind of a margin trajectory should we be working with?
Again, I have to answer, it depends. Depends upon the PVC price movement.
Okay.
It is highly dependent on that. And if the prices remain steady, then the current, what we have seen in the past quarter would be a pretty good indicator.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Venkataraman, for stopping by and giving us some details as well. So volume growth is looking pretty good. Demand has been quite robust, particularly in the non-agri part of business. Well, time to slip into a short break, but coming up next, Anuj Singhal will be joining in to give us a quick trade setup. Post that, we'll bring you the top stock picks for the day from our technical and F&O experts.